Welcome back. Now, back home in Kabul, he's a taxi driver, but in London this week, Fahim Rahimi is a Paralympian. He lost his leg in a landmine accident when he was just 12, but tonight he'll carry the Afghan flag into the Olympic Stadium. For despite the fact that years of war have left a legacy of disability in their wake, the 29-year-old powerlifter is Afghanistan's only competitor. Our Foreign Affairs correspondent Jonathan Rugman went along to meet him.
Fahim Rahimi is 29 and drives a cab for a living in Kabul, one of the world's most dangerous cities. He says his Afghan passengers are most worried about a return to civil war, but winning a gold medal is what's on Fahim's mind. One foot on the pedals is real, but Fahim's other foot is false. Not only does he drive a cab with one leg, but he's also Afghanistan's one and only Paralympic athlete. When he was 12 years old, his leg was blown off. He was out buying groceries for his family when he stepped on a Russian landmine. When it snows, it can take Fahim up to an hour to climb this hillside from his car to his front door. But he has a talent, one which took him to the Beijing Games in 2008 and now on to London. Fahim's a hero in the eyes of his son, of course, even if most Afghans have never heard of him, and his quest for Paralympic glory may well be dashed.
There's no budget for training. I don't even have a trainer. I just do the sport on my own. If I had the facilities other athletes had, I could compete, but Afghanistan has a lot of problems.
Fahim trains inside Kabul's Olympic Stadium, where those arrested by the Taliban were once executed in public. The memory of that hasn't lifted. There were more executions in Helmand last weekend. But even if Fahim's gym uses clutches from old trucks as weights, this one Afghan will fly his country's flag in the Olympic Stadium tonight.
From 18 athletes, I was the only one chosen to represent my country. I'm proud my flag will be there among the others.
Another Afghan athlete, Malik Mohammed, lost both his legs to a landmine in 2005. Afghanistan's been so torn apart by war that it has an estimated 2 million disabled people. Yet Paralympic sports are in their infancy and not a priority, and Malik here did not qualify for London. And neither did Fahim. He's only been admitted on a so-called wildcard entry. We showed him around Stratford this morning, where an Afghan refugee, who is now a British security guard, was the only person to recognise the national colours.
But I've seen the gentleman with the Afghan flag, so it was my pleasure to come say greetings.
Fahim hopes Afghans will be watching tonight, but he admits they have weightier issues on their minds. He's also worried about losing up to $20 a day in cab fares while he's so far from home.
Do you feel a bit lonely because you're the only one here who's competing?
Yes, I feel lonely. I'd be happier to have more friends and sports people around me. I'm completely alone, especially when I go to breakfast.
Still, Afghan sports officials are here with him, as are lots of British soldiers, though not as many on duty here as the 9,000 plus in Afghanistan.
Well, we don't see them in the cities. They are just in their bases, and they don't, as I see them here, I don't see them there. They walk with lots of guns over there. They have armor vehicles, so it's quite different.
Fahim Rahimi is unlikely to win a medal, and witnessing London's wealth reminds him just how poor his homeland is. But given that a Russian landmine blew his leg off, how amazing to see him standing here. Perhaps not so alone after all. Jonathan Rugman, Channel 4 News, Stratford.
Fahim Rahimi, powerlifting for Afghanistan. And from polio to earthquake survivors, we've been looking at the paths that brought the world's Paralympians to London this year. You can read their stories on our website. Go to channel4.com/news.